Developments tonight, the Trump administration's unprecedented lawsuit against every federal judge here in the state of Maryland. The government accusing the judges of overreaching their power because of an order that blocks the immediate deportation of migrants until they've had their day in the courtroom. WJZ investigator Mike Helgren live at the federal courthouse downtown with what was a pivotal hearing in this case today. Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Rick. This case is so unprecedented. The court had to bring in a judge from Virginia to oversee it because all 15 federal judges in Maryland are defendants. Now, that judge is a Trump appointee, but today expressed skepticism over the administration's lawsuit. Is there anything that you can say? No comment?
No comment. Thank you.
The lawyer representing the Trump administration had nothing to say to WJZ Investigates about the government's rare lawsuit against all 15 federal judges in Maryland. At its heart, immigration enforcement. And the Maryland chief judge's order that every deportation must be halted for 2 days to give migrants time for a hearing and due process.
Hands!
It challenges the government's hardline stance at a time when enforcement is ramping up in Baltimore.
We're done playing the game. We're going to enforce the law, we're going to make America safer, and we're going to do it with no apologies.
One of the judges being sued, Paula Zinnes, has repeatedly criticized the Trump administration for wrongly deporting Kilmar Abrego Garcia from Maryland to El Salvador, and last month ordered his return to Maryland.
This is quite a provocative fight the administration has picked here, but it's also right on message politically with where they want to be talking about border issues.
The Trump administration's lawsuit says defendants' lawless standing orders are nothing more than a particularly egregious example of judicial overreach, interfering with executive branch prerogatives and thus undermining the democratic process.
As the Supreme Court has said,
Attorney Paul Clement represents the Maryland judges. He's an advocate for conservative causes, and Trump once considered him to replace Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court. Today, Clement called the Trump administration's lawsuit a nightmare scenario and an extraordinary action that should be dismissed. It's far from the administration's only recent clash with the judiciary and follows the firing of several immigration judges by email last month.
If you're attacking the very judges that adjudicate cases, there's not going to be a rule of law. That should concern everybody, not just immigrants, but U.S. citizens.
Judge Thomas Cullen says he will rule by Labor Day, but he does expect whatever he decides to be challenged. We're live in your corner at Federal Court. Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Mike, thank you.